near Shannon, I'll just pass it.
Who's good? Who's good?
See, this is why 1-1 Bravo is the best.
I'm a Bravo, you guys are good to load up. I'm just gonna load up right now.
No, he wants a picture.
Yeah, the picture.
Single file to the door on the rear of the pilots. Start walking now. 1-1 Bravo, you are 2. You can form up in column behind 1-1 Alpha. 1 and 2 is just for dismount. So once they're in line and set up, you guys can follow suit.
You know, you just back up on it. You want us to get it?
Yeah. Just walk up slow, stay low, and drop.
Nudged.
What?
Keep going.
Alpha, go ahead.
Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving.
Just keep moving, you don't have to wait.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Once the guy pops in, click getting back. Once the guy pops in, click getting back. Alright, 1-1 Bravo, you can follow up.
I'll confirm when you're vising the US.
Let's go, boys.
Alright, one at a time. Once the guy pops in, pop in. Alright. Very nice.
I'm going last, guys.
Oh, there we go.
Word up.
No, get in with your section. I'm calling sticks.
Yeah, I'm going last.
Get in with your section. Or out
I am. I've been putting the motion going on right here.
I'm deaf.
Do they know you can't get in from the back?
Yeah, it's
I think he is.
no, he is. Oh, yes, he is.
What you need?
Alright, he's gonna pass you.
Shane, you're gonna be alright until base. I'll check you out back there.
You know, Shane's not even in the unit anymore, but still mix up him and I up.
He's Phoenix, leave him alone.
This is a very full helicopter. Oh god, it's more than
Alright guys, same applies in this vehicle as it does in any chopper.
User in your channel, timed out. User entered your channel.
C9, it's up there, by the way.
talking about.
Oh. Hey, we're in hover mode.
Everybody's the same except one guy. Really?
Let's keep it quiet back there, guys.
Coming out of hover mode. Going forward.
Good eyes on the road.
Do you have access? Do you have access to it?
Come right, 45 degrees.
Here it is up. Slowing down, we're going with flaps down. Do you have access to the gear when I'm ready for it?
You need the gear? What do you need?
Not yet, but do you have access to it?
The landing gear you need?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I'll do it myself. No big deal.
I got you right there.
Speeding up, going down, descending, I should say. Not going down.
You want to land from the assembly area side or the opposite end of the runway?
I'll just land show the guys. Pretty cool, right? Alright,
we're 3.8 kilometers out, good heading.
You got it?
Yeah, he's just advising us, there's nothing to say there.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, can someone give Sheena, 1 epi, please? I don't have my medical stuff with me. They're still in the truck.
I don't know, but it's not a
What is
helicopter.
that you needed?
The speeding up and all that
Epi
shit.
for
Okay,
Sheena.
here's coming down.
1 epi and Sheena.
I just put one in you.
What the fuck?
I think he just didn't want to put up with flying more too.
Good jet.
Alright, guys, that's good.
It's kind of depressing for a pilot that I'm that bad. Speed up for a little bit. Down. Okay, increasing speed. Approaching runway. Okay. Reducing. Time, you can do it.
Oh, we're good.
Good.
Roger. Good line there. Full front.
Yeah. Going above it. And go turn the down.
One like that I can't see over the dashboard.
Yeah. We'll just do a modified getting there. There we go. We're approaching the landing zone.
And one chopper on the helipad.
Yeah.
Station.
Roger.
Bills, we know you need it.
Drifting backwards.
Yep. Just like
Chopper 15 meters right.
Yep.
Stationary.
coming up to the ground. Nobody's gonna die. Just trying to comfort the guys in the back. Coming up for landing.
Clear right.
Clear left. Look at this, guys.
Let's
Okay.
get it down.
Clear to get out.
One
Okay,
out.
guys, enough.
Okay, we're clear to get out, guys.
One out.
I'm gonna start shutting down.
Copy that.
Hey,
Two
rabbit.
out. Okay, Pepe out.
Why is it shaking now?
Omega out.
I don't know, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Heading out. Silver
Just leave it
out.
like that.
Further out.
I'm sure they're just gonna teleport off.
Section, let's come rally up on me.
Zeus 1-1. Can you do a TP all to where we're gonna do our assembly for AR?
It's right over here.
RAC Junkie. Oh, I'm
Let's go get our parade gear on, guys.
Man, 100 meters, front.
Okay, for all the new guys here, if you are a private recruit or private besa, you just have a uniform, nothing in it, and no beret. If you are a first-time
No, stand on the other side of everybody.
Yeah.
Guys, put your gun away. I want
Blue pads.
people, grab it.
Oh wait, you can't do it with a weapon.
Alright, this is my favorite part, watching a bunch of people try to form a square. I have so much fun with this. Okay, everybody else. Everybody else. Yep.
Hey.
Perfect. You're the first person to face.
Your beret's like a weirder color.
No, my beret
Going
looked
southeast.
like a real color. Your beret looked like shit.
Somerville, stand right
I was gonna say,
here,
well,
exactly like
comparing
that.
the colors.
Okay.
The color difference is what I was talking about.
Okay, when most of them probably don't have a loadout for parade, granted. Everybody line up off of Somerville's shoulder.
There.
Just lay down.
Straight
Just lay
line.
down. Make a line here, guys. Take the left shoulder of the guy ahead of you.
Alright.
Oh my god, they're breakdance fighting! I don't know, I can't really do any breakdance moves with the Arma 3 character.
I'll
I
handle
tried.
a video of Arma 2 breakdancing.
Don't tell how to do it right, we have to fit Walker in.
Is the HQ element? No, we're not even close to straight. We're awesome. Look at this. HQ for the win.
Like...
What do you mean?
We're just like the worst straight line ever.
When you said we're like not even straight, all
Oh.
I could think of was Archer. So
DDP. DDP, Puro, take a step back.
Shannon, no!
DDP, take it, and now take a step to your right, DDP. Hey, did you hear my bubble?
Alright, maybe we should start the squared off before people can't hear us. Yeah.
I think the DP should go a bit forward, the one in beige.
I was forward and then Marty fucking
Okay, guys, starting at Solberg, you guys pinwheel this way to close off the box.
What's going on?
Trying to make a parade square.
Right wheel, or fuck yeah, right wheel.
Look home on my right. There you go.
It's never been easy.
And the other guys? Yeah. Fill it.
doing right dress.
Silver, Johnson, turn
Do you even
this way.
kindergarten, bro?
Johnson, lose the gun in the vest and pick this up.
Wow, that was a nice sprint.
You've been working
I was about
out.
to say, you knocked me off balance.
Yeah, it's like, watch how fast I'm gonna...
What
did you say to me?
You need to right dress, you cocksucker.
One of things is not like the other.
Alright, get in line!
Go guys!
Alright, guys. Everybody is in line. Break off into your sections. And quick 5-minute AAR. Then we'll come back up here and do the whole shebang AAR.
Junkie, you ready for your section AAR?
No, you go ahead, guys. You go ahead.
No, come on, Junkie, you're part of the section.
Alright.
Alright.
User left your channel.
I'll be right back.
User left
Yep.
your channel. User
I'll
left
stay
your
here.
channel.
Sorry, 10 minutes AAR.
Channel switched. User was moved to your channel. User joined your channel. Joined your channel. User was
It's
moved
10
to
minutes
your
for the
channel.
AAR.
User was moved to your channel.
Is that everybody?
User was moved to your channel.
I believe so. Okay, guys. For those of you, which is most of you,
User was moved to your channel.
who haven't done a AAR yet, we talked about how the mission went and give a good point about it, a bad point about it, and a point that we as a section can do to improve. So we usually go top to bottom, so Omega, you're up first.
Good tonight. Everybody seemed to be good formation out there once we were in the field. The bad was the rain. You couldn't see anything at all. Just had to walk around with respect to
I got
instruments, that type of thing. What could be done better? I guess just some coordination between the actual platoons, because there was many times where I saw platoons moving in front of me and I was just about to shoot because I didn't know who they were.
Yeah, that's a good point. Making sure that the sections remain in contact with each other. Sometimes we merge together when we're traveling long distances on foot. So I'd agree with that point. William, I know you weren't there for too much of it. If you want to give a point, you might be AFK. No. Okay, cutting. You also might be AFK.
No, I'm here.
Oh no.
For the most part, it was pretty much the same as Omega. Like, there was a lot of jumping around, not knowing where anyone was, who's who. Basically exactly what Omega said. Other than that, everything else was pretty good.
Okay, Scriber.
Yeah, I'd say the same as them too. There was some times where it's like, what's going on? We'd just be laying down in the open, not really doing anything, wondering what's going on. But other than that, it was pretty fucking solid.
Yeah. Sometimes long halts happen because I'm getting talked to on the radio, or other people are getting talked to on the radio, and we need to get our orders before we can give them down to you guys. So just keep that in mind whenever you're sitting there for a while. Pepin?
Unfortunately, I wasn't here for most of the mission. I was away, but at the time I did join, we had really decent formations. The only problem I saw was just the spacing every now and then, but other than that, that's the only thing.
Okay, good points. Kirkwood.
Bad point was I had technical difficulties right at the beginning, so I couldn't get in until the last half hour or so. But good point was it was very easy to get integrated into the section once I did get in. So I really appreciate the communication.
Okay, Somerville. Or anything else, Kirkwood? Kirkwood, anything else?
Mike's off.
No, I think Billsboro just passed out.
Yeah, and I think he's being kidnapped or raped, I can't tell.
Is he okay?
I'll turn my TFR off. Okay, anything else, Kirkwood?
No, that's it.
Okay, Somerville.
I got here pretty late, so I didn't really see a lot of it, but from what I did see, I don't know, the rain wasn't that bad, probably because I have my brightness turned down so it didn't glare as much for me. All in all, the formations were pretty good. I'd like to do more of this, I guess. This mission was pretty fun, so I enjoyed it.
Okay, yeah, this week's mission was a continuation of last week's mission, and next week's mission will start where we finished here, and we're going to keep going until we hit that coastline. Okay, next up will be Johnson.
Can I be last?
Sure, you can be last. Major.
Alright guys, it was fun to tag along with the section. I haven't done that in a while. Just some future points. I'd like to make some observations if I might, and then go back to the good points and bad points. I think they've been pretty much covered anyway. I'd like to say that if you're caught out in the open when you come into contact, make sure you remember your training. It's tap tap dash down. A lot of you guys, as soon as you came in contact out in that open field, I know it was a little dark, you just started firing, which was, you know, it is what it is. It's reactionary, but we can practice that a little bit later on. But you guys did good suppressing. Nobody was actually killed, so, you know, no harm, no foul. But next time, let's concentrate on our drills. That's what they're there for, to keep us alive, and so that everybody else can get up there. If you're out in the open and you feel you're exposed and you're being fired on, use that smoke. Other than that, I think these guys, for being private recruits, they kept their formations. They called out their contacts. You know, be vocal, guys. If you see something, call it out. What it is, where it is. I mean, that's what it's there for. I mean, if it's just you looking at it, then the rest of the team is left exposed. So if you see it, you're not being a bother. You're not being a bug or anything like that. You call it out, and everybody with their eyes on it. And that's what it's there for. So, you know, good job to the guys who did that. Were on the ball, kept the head on the swivel. I was pretty impressed with that tonight, especially from the recruit guys. One thing I did notice is as you're moving, make sure you know where you're standing, where you're moving to, and where you're stopping. Just because the fact that when some of us stopped, we actually stopped in front of somebody that was posted up, and they were ready to fire. So I mean, just kind of watch your surroundings. Obviously, you know, we got to tell the other guys to do the same thing, but we're 1-1 best here, so we need to make sure that we got our shit squared away, right? So don't stop in front of a gun that's pointed somewhere. It's ready to fire. So if you're crossing somebody's weapon, if you can't go behind them, tell them that you're crossing their fire. And that's it. I mean, you guys did fantastic. I can't wait to see what you guys do next week. That's it for me.
I'd like to add, I feel like on a couple of occasions, like when I called out targets, I felt like I didn't get a response from the squad at all.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's okay, good point, Pepin.
Yep, okay. Anything else you want to add, Junkie?
There was no bad points. I mean, obviously the rain was a little bit of a bother, but I don't ever see that as a problem. I mean, there's always workarounds. You can take the MBGs off and request illumination rounds, but you know, there's always a workaround for it. So the game is always what you make of it. It's Arma. It's going to be a little buggy every once in a while. So, you know, thanks for sticking it out, guys. That's it for me.
Okay, just with the raid, guys, I know a lot of you guys don't know this because you haven't done your BMQ yet, but the night vision goggles, you can actually adjust the brightness on them, so you can kind of reduce a little bit of that glare coming from the rain. I think it's Alt and then page up and page down is how you do it. Don't quote me on that. You'll learn more about that in your BMQ. Okay, Johnson, good to see you back.
Roger. So I'm coming from a very unique perspective here. I've been gone for 6 months, and this is the first op I've done in 6 months. And I can tell you, night and day. I asked Trep to plug me in somewhere, so I was just a C6 gunner. I shut my mouth. I let whatever happens going to happen, it's going to happen. And it happened. And I'm going to tell you, I'm very, very impressed, and I'm very happy. It's night and day from what I saw 6 months ago. Mind you, numbers were different, but the caliber and the quality we have right now, again, is different. And in my opinion, much better. I can only speak for 1-1 Bravo, because that was the section I was in. So Billsboro and Solberg, you guys, like, spot on. There were times, and I let myself be the dumb guy, and I did exactly as you said, and the direction was clear, concise, and it was awesome. Everyone can hear me, my mic's working?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, yeah. So I literally was blind. I pretended I was a recruit, and I gotta tell you,
Everybody, time to come back up into operations channel.
I'm impressed. I'm really happy with how the two of you worked together, and that was awesome. I didn't.
Boom, TS mass mover for the fucking win.
What is that?
Okay, Joss, I got most of your points, so we'll be good.
Well, what happened?
Don't worry about it. We all just got moved.
Okay.
Can someone wake me up? I'm unconscious on the ground.
You should respawn.
Just leave. No, I'll just be unconscious for the AR.
Alright.
Alright, so I guess I'll continue on. But like I was saying, even literally at the end of I didn't have any game at the end of the night, so I was completely dark. And I was literally following what Billsboro and Solberg were saying, and it was really good and clear and concise actions that were being done. I can't what's the word I'm looking for? Emphasize when I say the quality that we're doing now is much better than we were doing before, and yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay, thank you,
Johnson.
Johnson.
What I was trying to say.
Sorry guys, y'all moved this up.
Y'all give it to I don't know, Junkie. Are you taking it, or is
No, I'm gonna let MVP go ahead and finish off. He's got.
Alright.
Yeah, I hate you for making me wear a fucking green beret. That's all.
Oh.
You're not even supposed to have one.
Alright, we'll start off with 1-1. Step forward.
1-1 or 1-1
1-1 Alpha. Section I seen before. Give you guys points.
Well, Sheena had to leave, so he wanted me to take this over. For the most part, everybody can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
which is a new era for 7CMBG.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody thought the mission was pretty good. It wasn't too fast. It wasn't too slow. A few issues we had were that there was a lack of enemy contacts for some people, where depending on where you placed, they couldn't see anything, couldn't engage anything. But they understand that you're not always going to get to shoot something. The other thing was the extremely heavy rain at the end. You couldn't see more than like 5 meters in front of you with night vision goggles, and it just wasn't fun to go through. The good things, they were happy with the comms between the IC and 2IC tonight. I tried hard tonight because it was actually my first time as a full-fledged 2IC, so I did my best, and they seem to be pretty happy with it, so that's good to hear on my part. Things to improve. An improvement on the platoon formations, because those were pretty shaky. It was extremely hard for us to keep in line with the other section, especially when we was doing stuff like echelons, which a lot of us aren't really used to echelons. It was kind of thrown at us all of a sudden. We're just used to the primary four formations. And other than that, also the start was a little bit slow in getting us going. It took us a while to get on the road and get moving out in the other direction. Other than that, that's all we had to say.
Alright. 1-1 Bravo.
Okay, I'm out in the field in the middle of nowhere now. Whoever teleported me. But no casualties tonight from 1-1 Bravo. That's always a good thing. I mean, we are the best, but formations, same as O'Neill said, the platoon formations, echelons are a little not something we do a lot, so we kind of intersected a little bit. I thought it was said pretty well. The sections need to keep in better contact over the platoon radio, or the platoon not letting them know where they are. One thing that I thought was really good tonight was the use of grease and grits, and I think everyone always knew where the enemy was, so that was nice. I think that's all I have to say. Oh, guys, night vision. Turn down your brightness. Rain goes away.
Oh, I forgot to mention, by the way, MVP, DDP, I'd like to speak with you after this is over privately if possible.
Sure, no problem. Okay, who's next? Go with the full 1 platoon points from DDP.
Alright, well, as a whole, that was fucking awesome, guys. Your movements, that was some of the better section movements I've seen since I joined the unit. There was a little bit of a lack on contact reports. I think that might have just been because there's a little bit of a shuffling of who's leadership. They may or may not be used to actually having to make contact reports, but I need those, and subsequently MVP needs those. So
that's sir.
Biggest thing to improve on and work on for future is contact report. Movement was solid, the speeds were good. For the most part, there was no issues with spacing or getting into formation. There was a few little hiccups at the start, but we've got a lot of newer guys, and the sections at one point were kind of large. We covered a lot of ground tonight. The comms that we did have were really good. Everybody was on point. With HQ 1255, very nice. The smoke trains were totally on point. They were exactly where I wanted them, when I wanted them. 6-2, you guys did a good job. Sorry if I may or may not have used you guys as much as you would have liked. I tried to use you as much as I could. And we've got 4 promotions to private. One of them AFK currently, and he was only here for some of the ops, so we'll have to wait until next week for him to get his actual promotion to private, and that is Richards. Our first promotion, however, is Kirkwood. Step forward. Kirkwood. Right. We're now officially a private. We don your green beret.
I don't have one.
It's there in spirit.
Instant demotion.
You gotta do that whole 8 hours over again.
Oh boy.
Right.
Okay.
Congratulations to Private Paquet.
Gun. Gun.
Thanks. Every time.
User joined your channel.
I'm assuming you didn't have a beret in your inventory either. If not, it's no problem. Get in line. Those of you that are still not wearing caps, there will be DD1 Charlie courses scheduled this week. After you attend, you will get to wear a green hat.
And clothes.
And our final promotion for Private O'Neill.
Again. Well, again.
Congratulations. Time for you to put on the last suit you'll ever wear. Again. Thanks, guys.
I hear the wolves.
This little Men in Black reference.
Where's my helo?
Damn it, sir, there are no wolves.
Okay. What's next MVP?
Move on to Airdet. Or, sorry, to Platoon. My mistake.
I
Someone
don't really got anything to add, and we have no promotions. Thanks.
Okay.
Giggity giggity. Giggity
Airdet.
Stick around.
Well, tonight was a fun night. We appreciate everything. It was a fun mission. We got to do lots of flying. One thing to improve on, just communication. I think we should do a DP3 for communications pretty soon here, so we can get everyone squared away and get everything nice and smooth. But other than that, it was really fun. We love flying with you guys and flying for you guys, so I hope you guys had a fun operation. And yeah, thank you.
Promotion.
Oh, there is one promotion. Sadly, he is not here to accept it, but he will be getting it when he gets back on. So that is Duvacek. He is being promoted to second lieutenant.
Whoa.
Congrats, Duva.
Congrats. When you see him from
The children love him.
But the troops fear him.
That's it from Reddit.
Anybody else?
Whoa.
I'll go. Trap's gonna go at some point, but
Okay.
whenever you guys want.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll take the floor now.
Well, if the platoon is done, it's you. I'll go last.
Okay, so my part about the mission tonight, it went really well. Comms were great on the higher nets. It was fairly seamless. But almost got sick of hearing my own voice at some points. But I didn't get to see a lot of the platoon movements or anything because we were farther behind the line of you guys. But from what I watched on the map, it was fairly good. Negative point is I think a few times as I was watching the icons on the map, the sections were fairly spread out. I think there was one time where I estimated it to almost 600 meters between the 1-1 element and 1-1 Bravo. But minor point, I wasn't there to see the actual terrain, so be that as it may. Aside from the mission, which was really well, I just want to congratulate some people on doing the personal weapon test 3. They did their recalls this week. Warrant Piro, MDP, DDP, Larcombe, Somerville, Sadler, and Bills all passed their requalification on personal weapon test 3. So congratulations to you guys. Also, from one non-1 CMIR personnel, Airdet, Sonny, Stankiewicz, and Duvaceki also passed their personal weapon test 2 qualification, so congratulations to them. And also, on a very good side note, I think everybody in the unit needs to congratulate the 6 recruits at some point yesterday that spent 8 full hours with the instructors in a row, going through their full BMQ and their DP1 Charlies. It was a long, long haul, but they did
10
well.
hours if you count the little breaks we took.
So good job, guys. And that's what I have to say. Everybody in the unit will need to do their qualification on personal weapon test 1 or 2, depending on where you are in the unit. So get with a warrant to schedule that in the future, and that is what I have to say.
Fantastic.
Alright.
Okay,
Correct.
Am I next?
Yes.
No.
Oh!
Watch out for the wolves.
Oh! No, yes, maybe.
No.
You forgot about cats.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
There's no
you're
midday
right.
yet.
It depends on what you're talking at.
No.
What does Kaz want?
Yeah, just to fucking kick the bucket. I've been out for a couple of times, so I needed to make a statement or whatever.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but go. I got nothing to say. The only thing I have to say is that
Congratulations.
being a bigger statement is boring as fuck. That's the only thing, and I'm really considering going back to infantry because at least I'm gonna be able to shoot motherfuckers. But
Okay.
seriously, the only time I discharged my weapon tonight was to kill a light.
Same here, buddy.
You are the
Blinding
platoon
as
medic.
While we are doing our command post. Yeah.
You're the company
That-
medic.
Yeah.
Hey, if you
Fucking
transfer to
boring.
infantry, does that mean we all get to carry blood?
No.
Somebody give that man a
That
morphine.
means I'm gonna be watching you.
I got blood cast.
Okay, it's coming
Oh.
up to 11 o'clock,
Oh,
guys.
Yep.
Eastern Standard Time. Before I continue on, I'd like to say thank you very much to Chief Warrant Officer Hall for putting this thing together. There's sometimes you guys don't realize it, but certain missions are missions in the form of a little bit of an exercise to get you going and train and practice and build confidence, etc. And a linear corridor like this is a hell of a good
User
way for
left
doing
your
that.
channel.
So I'm going to open up the floor for you, Richard, if you want to say a few things to the guys. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Ooh, I jogged. I just wanted to give you an overall view of some of the
User
things that were
joined your
going
channel.
on that some of you may not realize. If in the orders, there was another company, B company was on the left side of Highway 4. So what I tried to do with Zeus, and why now I love Zeus, and I never did before, is I was trying to set an environment. So that's why when you saw artillery strikes, you saw some tracers going, you saw a couple airstrikes coming in, that was B Company fighting their battle, just like you were fighting your battle. That's the reason why you have boundaries. That's the reason why A Company can't go across that highway, because they're going to run into some friendly forces on the other side that are expecting you. And that's how it works in real life too, is they set boundaries. And in fact, for a unit to go into someone else's boundary is a huge op, believe it or not. And I won't get into the details, but it's quite a heavy thing to be able to do that. So you stay within your boundaries, and when you did go out, I dropped a couple artillery rounds to say, hey, get back. You also notice on the right hand side at one point there was another firefight going on, and what that was simulating was Charlie Company, who was our security company. As you guys advanced, Charlie Company was securing the flank to the right to ensure no counterattacks. Well, a counterattack did happen, and that's why you saw a bit of a battle, a firefight going on to the right hand side there at one point, because they were engaging a counterattack that was coming for you guys. So that was the reason behind some of the things that were going on. So with that in mind also, of course, a couple times you guys were calling out information on what was happening on B Company's side of the line. You don't have to worry about that too much, because B Company, in this case, they'd be taking care of that, so they'd be doing the contact reports on that side of the highway, etc., etc. So certainly be aware of what's going on, but there's no need for you to waste any time communicating that sighting to A Company stuff. And I understand that we're not used to having another so-called unit working with us, so that may be a problem there. So yeah, so don't worry about that. Just worry about what you're contacting and coming seeing on your side of the highway in this case. Other than that, I thought it was good. Communication was good. I did have one point here about the platoon arrowhead. I just want to make sure that the way you had a DPH, where you had one section basically echelon right and another section echelon left, was because of your lack of numbers. Because in reality what really happens is each section forms their own independent arrowhead and platoon arrowhead. So in other words, there'd be 3 little V's out there advancing. I just wanted to clarify that in case that wasn't understood. Other than that, it was good. Good support, good engagements. Good communications, as was already said. And air debt, I said in orders, I warned you that the AA was going to be heavy out there, so I think you paid the price a couple times for that.
I can take the hit on the nose for that one a little bit. I got a little ballsy on how close I was bringing their LZs, and I even remarked to myself a few times, going, I hope they don't get shot out. So my fault.
Okay, well, they can talk to you about that. Yeah, so just be careful of that. The other thing too, just one last thing, what was I going to say? I asked the guys if they wanted next Sunday, if you wanted to carry on with this, or you want to go right to the end. The end op is actually a large-scale attack on the airfield. The consensus seemed to be to carry on from where we are next Sunday, and then if we have to extend it another Sunday, then gives Junkie some more time to get his campaign ready to go. So unless anyone has any
Junkie just has some words.
Then we can certainly carry on from where we stopped tonight, next Sunday. And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Junkie.
All right.
But before Junkie goes, I'd like to say congratulations, Junkie, for being finished what is sure to be something really friggin' demanding and hard work. So from what I understand, Junkie just finished his portion of his is it law stuff? What is it called?
No. What I just finished up was my bachelor's for about to go into law school. So I've got 3 to 5 more years of law and my MBA. So.
Well, this is a good start.
All salute.
Congratulations.
All salute.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So
it's your / key, guys.
I just walked yesterday, so it's a big weight off my chest, and this means it's the end stretch. It's the end goal. So I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm passing out or if it's an actual light back there.
Yeah. It's a train.
It's a train coming toward me with a bunch of.
No worry, Junkie. I'll catch you up.
Right on.
Holy push to talk, DDP.
Sorry.
Okay, so is anything else you got more into before I say my piece here tonight?
Who's that?
It's Junkie. I was asking if there's anything else you had to say before I say my spiel.
Yeah, I got a couple of things to say. You want me to do that first?
Yeah, go ahead, and I'll go ahead and close it out then.
Okay, let me just get back into continue here. Just a couple of things, guys. Number 3, 4. Okay, Trep, thank you very much tonight. The 19er Bravo. Very good communication with the aircrafts that actually helped us out. And it was kind of funny once in a while, but I think we're going to work on those comms. But having the control was really good. We knew where we were going, and now it's just a matter of shining our procedures, I guess would be the word. But thank you very much for that. The only thing I'm going to say, guys, last before Junkie takes it over, is ONS update possibly tomorrow night. In that update, you will notice that now when you go into the VAS box or the arsenal, that anything that you select, whether it's a headdress, a vest, or whatever, will start with square brackets ONS. They will all be together. You won't have to look all over the place to find your gear. It will all be together, which will help out quite a bit if you're looking for something. The second thing is my understanding from Andrews is that the C6 is done, so we no longer will need well, you'll be able to delete your CAF GPMG, so no longer need that. CAF optics, I created another 3D Alcan, so the CAF optics will be able to disappear. It will be part of our pack, and we figured out how to make the gun spawn with the scope now. So when you spawn a gun, it will have a scope on it, and possibly a laser attached to it. So those are the things that are coming up in the tomorrow night. We also have 4 people right now that are working on CFB gauge down with firing range, all sorts of stuff. One of the new recruits, Emini, I think is his name. We've got O'Neill, Andrews, and I think there's one more, and I can't remember who it is.
Is it Pepin?
Pepin or Trep. There we go. Trep with his imagination extraordinaire into putting stuff on the map. So stand by for that. We should have a map, and once that's finished, the goal is to make a North American Canadian map like Nova Scotia or New Brunswick, something like that, that we can actually use and release as 7 CMBG.
Sudbury, Ontario.
Oh, Ontario. Well, we'll decide.
We got all kinds of terrain features.
Sure.
With all the Canadian forces,
you got the mines.
Are we script?
Suburbs.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Guys, we got one more guy.
Okay, and that's it for me, and I guess we'll pass it back to Junkie.
Okay. All right, guys. I've been absent the past couple of weeks just because of school coming to a close. I had the opportunity to run with a section tonight, so I got a bird's eye view actually of what goes on within the sections, and there's some tweaks that we need to make. But I think for the most part, we've come out clean as a whistle. I mean, these guys were on the ball. They took orders. They quickly adjusted to the things that were going on. When I came in, 1-1 Alpha had just gotten wiped out by, I guess, an artillery piece. Now, what was interesting about that is They weren't really that clustered, but they were pretty close to each other, and one of them wiped them all out. But ever since that hit, what I noticed is they got really far apart. They really knew their spacing as soon as that happened. So I was pretty impressed with that. It was like, okay, we've learned our lesson, but let's keep your spacing, guys. So they were very aware of their spacing from that point on. I was pretty impressed with that. Right on. I was absolutely impressed with that, so just keep that in mind. What I was most impressed with was the fact that it got hit, and you just got your shit, you got in the chopper, you got back out there, and you were on the ball. I mean, everybody worked in unison, and you got back on station relatively quickly, and I thought that was an amazing thing. Usually you'll hear a lot of complaining and stuff like I didn't hear that this time. It was done. It was like, okay, let's get back out there and make it happen. Pushing on, the comms were on point, so just so you know, it's usually really loud, a lot of talking, a lot of direction. Orders were given, and there was patience tonight. It was a reservation. Okay, here's your order. It gives you a little bit of chance to push into a formation and do what you got to do. And I loved it. I loved hearing that. Usually it's really rushed. Tonight it didn't feel that rushed. We got online. The guys did what they needed to do. Even the new guys, they were on point, man. It looked really sharp. I was pretty impressed. Moving on to the next point. I know I'm moving through this really quick. I just know it's late and I want you guys to get out of here as quickly as possible. The last point that second to last thing, vote. Guys, go to Armored Clans. You can do that once a day. We want to make sure that since we're paying for it, that we're using it to the ability that it's used for. Just get in there, click the vote for Armored Clans, and click the green button, and that's it. Just once a day. It puts it closer to the top, gets some new recruits in here, get some fresh blood, and allows you to push up and mentor other people as you come in or as they come in. So that's what we're looking for. Your duties will increase as more guys come in underneath of you. So we're kind of hoping that you guys are willing to take on that mentorship mentality. Last thing is obviously our focus on training has definitely changed since I was in here last. I'm enjoying seeing the concentration. The fact that you guys were able to sit there and do a day's worth of training, 8 hours worth of training. I mean, that is impressive. So round of applause to you guys. I'd like you guys to commend Hall for our mission today. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Next is going to be myself making 3 to 4 missions on the next map that comes up. After that, I think we have Burles. Anybody got a word on that?
Yeah, Burles wants to do one. Yeah,
okay,
he said he's not in a huge rush, though. If you want to do yours, and then he'll do his after.
Yep, I mean that's the plan. Is I'll do mine next, and then either him or anybody that's interested in making a couple of missions. Yep, I mean it's a series of 3. It's a minimum of 3, maximum of 4. So you can make 3 to 4 missions, and it's supposed to be either consecutive campaign or you could do 4 different complete little missions that we can do. But it's completely up to you. So just keep that in mind. We do have those spots available if you're interested in that kind of stuff. That's it. I just want to re-emphasize with my platoon or section commanders, those contact reports are essential to knowing what's going on in the field. And without that, DDP can't do his job, and me or MDP can't do our job. So keep that in mind, okay, guys? Along with the 2 ICs, your job is to make sure that the guys have all their medical supplies or bandages and all their ammunition. So once you guys get to consolidation point, that should be the first thing in your mind. Spread them out, make sure they got their ammunition, and if they don't, that report should be right behind contact reports. So start keeping that in mind, guys. That's it. I'm done. MDP, I'll turn it back over to you and we can close out.
Alright, I don't really have any points to add because everybody has literally covered all the good or bad points that I wanted to cover. So on that note, thank you guys for coming out and making a very successful operation tonight. It was a lot of fun. We're enjoying our nice stroll together through the rain. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. You guys are all free to go, and we'll see you on TeamSpeak during the week.
Roger. Junkie, you got a sec?
Yeah. O'Neill and MDP, DDP.
Okay, Junkie.
What, you need us also, Billsboro?
What?
To talk to me and O'Neill, or me and DDP also?
Yeah.
Buddy was moved out of your channel.
Is this something I need to be involved in?
You were moved. User joined your channel.
Oh, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Well, fuck, how you feeling?
Good.
That's awesome.
How about you?
Very good. I had a blast tonight. I'm starting to get better and better at flying, and this was just fucking fun for me. It's a relatively low pace, but yet fast, and now I want to do every model at the same time. Like, I'm excited. I want to bring shit in. That there's people having fun. It's I don't know. It's one of those things where when you're happy, right?
Yeah.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Shoot your weapon.
The other thing too is I just finished chit-chatting with Chris up there. If you notice, he's there.
Yeah.
He's came up to me and he sounded very apologetic and feeling bad shit. He says, I needed to just work out some shit, and I'm realizing when I left that you guys are the fucking best, and I miss you guys already, and I just can't go, but I understand where I stand, but he wants to be back. So I told him, I says, as far as I'm concerned, I'll never you've never left in a bad spot. We put him on a retire. That's not a problem to me. We just need to decide what we want to do with him. I gladly take him back, but obviously he's not going back as a warrant.
No.
So that's not going to happen. I'm not going to bring him back as a private, and we need to figure out. I'm going to talk with him, find out what his intentions are, what he would like to do, and why he left. He was burnt out, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And try to come out with something. As far as I'm concerned, if he wants to come out slow, maybe it's either he helps the guys out in the platoon for you, or we make him help out for third platoon, which is kind of inexistent right now. But yeah, I don't know. So I'll hear him out, see what goes on. I just wanted you to get a heads up on that, so we don't start freaking each other out as to why is he here or not.
Hey, Junkie, we need you downstairs.
So that's pretty much it for me. So what do you think about that?
No, I have no problem with him returning. I wanted to give him plenty of time. I know that he was concerned and he was starting to feel lonely, and I just figured I would leave it alone. I wasn't going to say anything to him. I would let him figure out whether he wants to be here or not. I wasn't going to try to, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to try to do anything to force the hand or anything. So yeah, I'm happy that he's coming back. We could use him in any kind of capacity in that respect. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so when you go down there, I'm going to take him in here. I'll chit-chat with him for a few minutes because I got to go to bed too, and then try to get as much from him, and maybe tomorrow night we can have another chat if you're around, and we'll go from there. And we're almost ready to do our first release here.
Yeah, okay.
For ONS. It looks like today we got a few things in there, so between the next 2-3 days we'll have our first release.
Okay.
Which is awesome.
All right, sounds good, man.
Okay, bud. I'll talk to him, and nice to see you back there, bud.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad to be back.
That's good. Cheers.
Channel switch.
Yeah. Okay. You guys don't need to be.
Okay.
Yes, this channel.
Go black.
Alright, so we were in this compound. Explosion went.
Junkie, this is in regards to the section smash.
Okay.
Everybody's. This went too far up the COC, but okay.
Holy shit.
No. This isn't. No. This is just me observing. You guys go ahead and do what you need to do.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead, Black.
Do it on your platoon level.
So we were ordered to head out. Someone spoke me. We were ordered to head out of the compound. I went out to the other side of the wall. Explosion went off. The wall shielded me from the explosion. Everybody died. There was this guy who was in the second floor of the construction building. I went over because I saw he was still alive, so I started heading towards him. He started shooting at me. Started yelling at him to stop shooting at me, and asked him why he was. I thought he would stop, so I came closer and he shot me, and then that was it, and he disconnected.
And that was M&E, right?
MDP.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is DDP's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him lead it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your side of what happened.
Yep.
Okay. So I sent you guys over to that compound on the left side, and
yes,
perfectly perpendicular to you guys was an identical compound where 1-1 Bravo was posted up. Okay.
Sure.
So I heard what sounded like Zeus lightning.
Sure.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
When I heard
A
it.
big
And like that Zeus lightning has a very specific sound. I heard that because I had seen the lightning going off.
Yeah.
And it's the same, but yeah. So like the Zeus lightning sounds the same as the default lightning, but
yeah,
I heard that,
was
and
closer.
then I turned to the compound and I saw smoke coming from the building where you guys had just cleared. So I had literally just gotten a radio call from your IC saying that the compound was clear.
Oh, it was.
And then it went boom, and 10 people died at once.
Yep. So I didn't hear anything about the Zeus lightning. I heard explosion, and that guy just started shooting at me, and I did get killed by him. Is there any way to check that?
Yeah, the explosion seemed more like a grenade or a rocket.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I know when I first heard it, I thought for sure it was Zeus lightning, and I was wondering why that happened.
Well, I had Hall tell me that it wasn't him. He didn't bomb everybody.
Yeah.
Me and Fan went in there to clear, to check on, to see if anyone was there. There was no crater from the lightning, so it wasn't lightning.
Yeah.
And I saw that guy. He was in the second floor, far enough away, and we were. And
but you said he fired an AT-4, and the AT-4 definitely has an
No,
explosion.
I don't
lightning.
think
No, we don't know what he fired.
Mark Holmes said it was a rocket launcher of some sort. And,
yeah.
He was carrying an AT-4, if I'm not mistaken, because I gave him my kit.
Okay, so what we need to do is first relaunch the mission file, go back to that exact location in Zeus, and see if there's an enemy on the second floor of that building.
No, it was. I can tell you,
it was
there.
clear. I was up there.
Yeah,
I got
it
shot
was
by
clear.
someone from about 400 meters away.
Tran was also there. I believe he said
in the building.
Yes, with him, but to Tran didn't do it. He said after he was unconscious, he woke up and the guy shot him, and then he disconnected, and I saw him disconnect.
Yeah.
And I saw him kill me. That guy who I forget his name, something. Yes, that's it.
Who's still in game? Are you able to look at the full statistics of players for who killed who? They have like a negative.
Hang on. I'm in the game.
That might show it.
I don't.
If they're at like negative fucking 6 or 7, then obviously that's team killing.
How do you view the full stats for kills and stuff?
Just hold P.
No, that only gives you the first 10.
Go to your map and you can see statistics. It should give you.
Oh, in the map. Okay.
That's your statistics only, I think.
Yeah, just mine. 2 casualties.
Yeah, we're going to need the chance or someone with the actual server logs and see who.
Should also tell you killed by.
It hasn't been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, it's not doing that now. Hang on. Documents.
Yeah, but I visually saw him shoot at me and kill me, so that's why it made me think it was team kill.
So, is Deshaun still here, and are we able to get him to check the log?
I don't think he was here tonight.
No.
He was in earlier for a minute or 2.
How do you check the log?
Overside. Back door.
I don't know if he was getting frustrated because I was constantly correcting him on where he needed to go, and I could tell he was getting frustrated with me. So I don't know if it just, I'm not saying he actually did it, but I mean, he was getting frustrated, so I don't know if he just thought, screw this and did it or what.
User joined your channel.
A talking bubble for Morency's body. Right now.
Yeah, but I just.
Yeah, he's talking to Chris.
Yeah, but his body's in game. He's not actually in game.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Anyways,
I just kind of find it funny that he disconnected right after that.
That is, it's suspicious. And we can ask him the next time that he's in here. But
I doubt there will be next time. I'm going to be honest with you, Junkie.
You mean that the next time you think he's done with the unit?
I have a feeling he left.
Yeah, I feel like I can be pretty much like I feel like that.
And what was his name?
Emily.
I can't remember his first initial. L, I think. I'm positive.
And why is it that your assumption is that he won't be back?
It's just the way he left. He didn't even say anything before he left. Basically, I think a group of 7 of us died, and then we was at base trying to figure out what happened, and then